Good morning, Hillsboro. Blue skies. Two puffy white clouds out there. Roses. Beautiful backyard out my window here of my converted garden shed. God has been good to me. My wife has been good to me. Put this little shed together for me. Fixed it up so it's livable. I don't live in it, but I work in it. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Glad that you could make it this morning. I had to get up early this morning at 5 o'clock, 5:15. I had to go to Bible study with the guys at the Hillsboro First Baptist Church. There were 10 of us there this morning. Had breakfast, had Bible study, had prayers, had a whole lot of jibber jabber. Good time. But I'm here now. I did the Bible reading, finished Genesis, finished Exodus. Finished Genesis quite a while ago. Anyway, yesterday, finished my day, I was reading a book. It's by George Swinnock. And the title of it is The Blessed and Boundless God. George Swinnock, 17th century Puritan. Good book. So I had to put this together. I just read the preface yesterday evening. I put this together, and it's a lot shorter than his preface is, which is typical of the Puritans' books 19th century and earlier, much longer chapters. The incomparable, boundless God, our greatest treasure. Yeah, amen to that. So today I'm gonna ponder a truth that is both humbling and deeply comforting all at the same time. Our God is absolutely boundless, and he is definitely, utterly incomparable. Let's begin with the words of Job, who asks, can you find out the deep things of God? Can you find out the limit of the Almighty? It's deeper than heaven. What can you do? Deeper than Sheol. What can you know? Its measure is longer than the earth, broader than the sea. Job 11:7-9. So let's pause, think about what Job is saying here. We have a better chance of holding all the stars in our hands, or measuring the mountains with a ruler, or scooping up the oceans with a thimble, than we do of fully understanding God's perfection. Heaven is high, but even it has its limits. Hell, it's deep, but it has its boundaries. The earth, it's long. There's an end to it. The sea is broad, but it too is contained. Only God is truly unlimited. He can't be measured, he can't be restricted, and he certainly can't be contained. This is the God who, as the psalmist says, looks on the earth and it trembles. He touches the mountains and they smoke. Psalm 104:32. Just a glance from God can shake the earth. Just a touch can set a volcano ablaze. If such small movements from God cause such mighty effects, can we even imagine? Can we imagine the full power of his presence? And yet this same God who causes mountains to smoke, also determines the number of the stars. He gives to all of them their names. Psalm 147:4 tells us that. Well, consider that for a moment. Astronomers, they tell us there are as many stars as there are grains of sand on all the beaches of the world. Well, God, He not only knows that number, He's named each one. We can't even begin to count them, but God knows them all, personally, perfectly. Now, let's reflect on something even more amazing than that. God is a simple being. Yeah, that's not blasphemy. That doesn't mean He's easy to understand, but rather that He is undivided. Every thought, every action, every part of God is fully and completely God. His attributes, His wisdom, His power, His goodness, holiness, justice are not separate pieces of Him, but all perfectly united in Him. He is all those things. He's not just wise. He's wisdom itself. He's not just powerful. He is power. He's not just good. He is goodness. His mercy and justice, His power and wisdom are all one in Him. God, He's also sovereign over everything. That includes you and me. He's the first cause behind every action, every thought, every breath we breathe. The writer of Hebrews tells us that God upholds the universe by the word of His power. Hebrews 1:3. If God were to withhold His sustaining power for even a moment, nothing would work as it should. Fire wouldn't burn, sun wouldn't shine, the grass wouldn't grow. Paul writes, He is before all things, and in Him all things hold together. Colossians 1:17. Nothing in creation exists apart from Him, not even for a second. This is why we say God is not just mighty, but He's almighty. He's never faced a challenge He couldn't overcome. Daniel reminds us all the inhabitants of the earth are accounted as nothing, and He does according to His will among the host of heaven and among the inhabitants of the earth. None can stay His hand or say to Him, "What have you done?" No, not to Him. Daniel 4:35. God knows all things. He knows the past. He knows the present. He knows the future. And even what could have been. He knows it all. His knowledge is perfect. His knowledge is complete. Compared to this boundless God, our own understanding it's very small. Even those who know the most about God have only caught a faint whisper of His greatness. As Job says, God does great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number. Job 5:9. We're like children at the beach, trying to fit the whole ocean into a bucket. What are we next to God? Now, some might ask, do we have any effect on God? Does He need us? Can we add anything to Him? Job asks, can a man be profitable to God? Job 22:2. The answer, of course, is no. God is perfect. He cannot be increased. He cannot be diminished. He doesn't need anything or anyone outside Himself. Our attempts to affect God are they're like throwing a snowball at the blazing sun. But God sees us. He knows us inside and out. Proverbs tells us, Sheol and Abaddon, they lie open before the Lord. How much more the hearts of the children of man? Proverbs 15:11. He knows our hearts. God sees every desire. He sees every motive. He sees every secret thought. He's the perfect judge. The day is coming when he will judge every deed, even the hidden ones. For God will bring every deed into judgment with every secret thing, whether good or evil. Ecclesiastes 12:14. And yet, here's the most wonderful news of all. This boundless, this incomparable God who draws near to us in Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the one whom the heavens cannot contain, was contained in the womb of a young woman. He walked among us. He knew hunger and thirst. He bore our sin and shame on the cross. And as Hebrews tells us, but we see him who for a little while was made lower than the angels, namely Jesus, crowned with glory and honor because of the suffering of death, so that by the grace of God he might taste death for everyone, you and me. Hebrews 2:9. We put ourselves where God alone deserves to be, on the throne. That's where he is. We ain't. But God put himself where we deserve to be, on the cross, where we deserve to be. His forgiveness covers our sin. His righteousness covers our guilt. And his mercy blots out our transgressions. As David prayed, have mercy on me, O God, according to your steadfast love, according to your abundant mercy. Lord, blot out my transgressions. Psalm 51:1. When we trust in Jesus, we're united to this boundless God. We find in him everything we could ever need: a loving Father, a wise guide, a strong shield, the greatest good, the closest friend, the richest grace, the highest honor, the kindest comfort, the finest beauty, the deepest truth, and the sweetest love. Knowing him brings peace to our souls now, and a taste of the glory that awaits us in heaven. For who in the skies can be compared to the Lord? Who among the heavenly beings is like the Lord? Psalm 89:6. God, yeah, he's incomparable. No one and nothing can compare to him in his being, in his character, in his works, or his words. And when we take this incomparable God as our God, we are incomparably blessed. So, dear friends, let us seek to know this God. Let us seek to know him more deeply, not just with our minds, but with our hearts. Let's read, pray, worship, asking God to show us more of his glory, to fill us with love for him. And as we grow in our knowledge of God, may we also grow in godliness and joy. Remember, when we have the incomparable God, we're truly, eternally blessed. I'm going to close with the words of Psalm 145:3. Great is the Lord, greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. Oh, man. Yeah, thank you, George Swinnock. I'm going to read that book completely through. It's just like almost all the Puritans. They're almost all great books. They're full of God, they're full of love, they're full of Jesus. Just like the Bible, full of Jesus. Spend a lot of time in the Bible today and in prayer. Walk with Jesus. Don't get ahead of him. Stay with him. Stay beside him. Walk behind him. Don't get ahead. Don't want to be there. God bless, Pilgrim. I'll see you later, the good Lord willing, and creek don't rise. God bless my blessed friends.